A video of you rapping to a Bradford song.
No vote, eh?
Yeah, no vote.
Yeah.
Then I sent it to him. He was like, "Who is?" I said, "Caleb." He said, it's funny, man.
Oh man,
you enjoy music.
Yeah, I think
you actually enjoy. You're not paid to come and entertain. You like the thing. Even if they tell you to stop, you stop.
It's JMJ, baby. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been a while. No, I think last we met was in November.
Yeah, somewhere around towards. I think
the World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah,
yes.
And I was actually wondering. There was a question I was going to ask you then.
And so then, once you didn't ask then, you're not asking now.
No. So I didn't ask you because
it was for that then.
No, yes, I understand. But you see, I didn't ask you because you were with someone, and I didn't want us to change
the conversation. But remember, you promised Elam that you were going to be a good.
I've always been a good boy, JMJ.
So which means that the conversations won't veer off, won't go.
No.
Today I want to just be a good guy. I want to leave. I don't want to make headlines. I don't want to say throw any bomb. No. But no. Promise we won't do any headlines.
No, but we are not coming to do an interview.
Okay. So you push the conversation to Nakasuba
Jem, relax. So this morning a colleague actually sent me a message. Said, look, most of the times when we hear music on radio, and in fact he told it to me that most of us, I mean we radio presenters, when we are talking about producers, we talk about, we would mention Zap, we would mention Hammer, we would do our PA2s, but he hardly hears your name. And I said, yeah, well, maybe because the time is right, so we'll do it. Then he said, don't interview him, celebrate him.
That's nice.
So today,
nice.
It's going to be celebration.
No wonder you're asking Elam for files. I'm sure I'll be hearing songs to me myself. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's JMJ, baby. Okay. Look out.
Start from? Should I go to the intro, or should I pick it within the body, or go to the conclusion part of it? But anyway, anyhow, once you've mentioned songs you've not heard in a long while, I actually did some digging. I go dig some more.
Okay, make I see if you go knock me off my feet.
Okay, all right. Yentiwi.
He didn't give you this part.
All right, so this is Angelina, Prior, the same Prior, Nah, so this is the same song we heard some years ago, yeah. So, Jem, you produced this. So between yours and the one Apia release,
Caleb,
yes,
you promised we were going to have conversations.
Oh yes, about having a conversation. Yeah.
Conversations devoid of headlines.
Oh no, you see,
this one it will bring headlines.
Oh no, no, Jem.
Skip this one.
Okay, so in my digging, right, I found it. So I was like, I only know of the one Apia released and not yours. So I'm wondering, did you do yours earlier, or you did yours after Apia had done his?
Hey, Jesus, Caleb, I thought you said you have accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior.
He is still my Lord and personal
Savior. And then you have repented.
I have.
So why you won't make me talk about this?
No,
matter?
It's because I do not know. I don't.
You know?
I don't know about it.
I've told you several.
Really, you have?
Yes.
Where?
Yes. Off microphone.
Oh no.
Off record.
No.
Let's assume.
No. But Jim,
the good thing is that Prior's audience enjoyed the song.
Okay.
Whether mine or how it happened. So let's just leave it in
I
there.
get that, but listen, I'm trying to find out, and I'm sure my listeners also would want to know.
Oh man, none of them wants to know.
No.
Unless somebody asks. But if they have you there, I won't answer you.
No.
Unless a listener asks, how
relax.
come?
No. JM, relax.
I'm saying relax.
I'm saying once I've been able to pick up this particular sound, it's so clear that somebody would want to know. Now, version we will hold that say, and that's it basically. I'm sure those who want to know more about the music.
Where did you find this version? That's the question.
Digging. So usually I dig.
So are you aware that there's a tax force on those digging gold and things?
It's allowed. It's allowed.
Okay.
But all this is for the culture. This is for the culture.
You know Johnny Elias, his brother we call Dross.
I think DRO.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, his name is for the culture.
I see. Anyway, Jim, back to my question.
So what do you want me to tell you?
So I'm asking, this version I just played, did you do yours before Appears or it was after Appears?
Before Appear. In fact, Appear, okay, so they actually sent mine to Appear to reduplicate, basically. So I think what happened was me and Prior go a long way, especially the leader, Eugene. Eugene is like a kid brother to me, and those days I used to work at Case Frequency, and Eugene is a very good boy to my former boss, KK Dua. Okay, so those days Eugene would come and want to learn how to sing, how to play guitar. He was then in school, I mean those days, so during vacations he would come around, come and spend time in the studio with us. So we were we've been friends before even the formation of
the group.
Prior itself was formed as a result of the Nescafe thing. So they were not already a group before. And I think my boss was also a part of that formation. Same time, my boss was then a judge also on the Nescafe Africa Revelation thing. So that's to just let you know how me and Prior were. Titia, Tintin, we're all, I mean, like family. So then there was this lady called, is it Nanajwa, who was managing them then, and she's now in America. So what happened was, we were working on that particular album, about 6 songs that were being produced by me, and then Nanajwa was about to go to America, so he decided to give the cost of production of my songs to one of them to be given to me, and then somehow the transportation from that person to me didn't get to me. So as my team policy, we also felt like then we're not going to release the masters for them until they had paid, because you know, that's those kind of things. Once the job is out, you are not going to be calling and be chasing it. But once they need it, they would want to pay. You know that thing. Okay. Same time, they had done a song for Apia for his compilation. So Apia was owing them a song to produce back for them. And the particular guy who was supposed to send the money to me also didn't tell the group that he's actually the reason why JMJ is holding on to the songs without releasing them, because I'd finished, sent it to Hubert. I work with Hubert, so once I'm done, Hubert does all the mix and the mastering. So the songs were with Hubert, and so out of frustration, the demo we did, they took it to Apia and asked Apia to
play it again,
the same thing, because the beat, they didn't compose a song and come to me. No artist has ever walked to my studio and have a song for me to produce. I always give you a beat. In fact, I always give you a song. My beat is virtually like a song. So they got the inspiration out of that beat. And the beat is purely a dancehall energy kind of a thing. I sampled some particular song for that. And so they did not want to change the feeling. So they asked Apia to replay the same thing all over again. I have a lot of colleague artists who were even in the studio. I think Dada Hafko told me that he was actually in the studio when they brought the song for Apia to replay.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I got pissed off, very, very mad. I wasn't pissed off with Apia because Apia is like my godfather. Where I learned engineering, Apia, that was the same place Apia learned. And in fact, my first demo was produced by Apia.
Okay.
So that's how me and Apia is. So, but I just felt like that was very unprofessional of them to actually do that. But I mean, I'm sure it was out of frustration. And later, we had a conversation, and then I had to tell them that this, and they were like, no, the money had been given to this guy. Then now the guy came to explain that this is what happened, and he apologized for it, and we moved on. And that's it.
They didn't make effort to even pay or give?
Oh no, they paid, but then by that time, they had already released Apia's own
version. Okay.
So I don't even know how come you had this copy, because this copy is between me, Hubert, and Praye.
Okay.
And I think the then female, their manager who had left because
okay.
We were in communication, and I need to send her the files and all of that. So when I heard you playing, yes, there've been a couple of, I think one DJ have tried playing this thing somewhere before, but maybe I ignored it. You know, I don't like the two people involved. Apia is a good friend. I mean, Praye and I go way back, so I just don't like.
All right. So we've said
we are done. We are done. So let's move on. Let's move on.
Yes, we are moving on.
Play me. Let's continue the reggae feeling so that Black Rasta will feel like
Jim,
do you know the story of Sila? You don't. Let's leave that. Let's do some other stuff.
Relax.
See,
Jim. Relax. So you see, with all this you've told me, you mentioned Eugene as somebody you know.
Yes.
But who was the money given to?
No, I won't mention the name. Forget that one, dear. Okay,
all right.
It won't happen.
No.
It won't happen.
It's fine.
It's fine.
If you won't mention the name, I'll mention the name.
But there are three people.
Yes.
So if you decide to guess some names,
I'm not guessing.
I haven't agreed to it.
That's
you, I'm not guessing. It has nothing to do with
I am not guessing.
Well, for all your listeners, I have said it categorically that I'm not mentioning any name. So should you decide to do your own guesswork, Elon, you remember what we talked about?
Is it Praye?
I don't know.
It's not him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You think the Queen's language, now you alone understand,
Accra gets busy on this frequency.
You this Nii Boye pa. I don't know my
FM.
Anyway, so
where is your DJ? Why are you DJing yourself?
I love to do everything myself.
No.
Why?
Let's employ a DJ to sit there and then.
No.
You alone, you can't. You are producing Black. You are producing yourself and hosting your own show, doing everything.
Yeah.
1,000.
Let me bring this tune back. Sila.
This is one of my songs I personally love. The songs I love that I've produced, me and the artists, we never released them. Like a song with Obrafour and Ghetto KB.
Okay.
That song is, if you ever hear that song, you cry, but it never came. He has not released it yet. For some reason, he's very emotionally attached to that song.
Is it because Ghetto
KB? No, the subject itself. You know, amazingly, if you hear the song, you'd have assumed that they thought or knew that Ghetto was going to pass.
Oh, really?
Amazingly, the content is crazy. That time, I think that was when I was working on the Kasebo album. Okay. And that time, Ghetto KB, Nii Joe, Project Fame, he was my artist.
Mentor.
Yes, before Boo even took him on. There was this other girl called Dorcas. This was way before Kaki and all of that. Wait.
I see.
Yeah.
What's the brain behind the song, Sila?
Sila, I think that was Samini's second album or third or so. And then those are the days you remember Samini was tying Bobo Shante, and he was very, very, very into the Turban thing. And so he was like, he wants to do one Nyabingi song. You know, they call this Nyabingi. Yeah.
Oh, every Friday there.
I know, Rasta. He said he wanted to do one Nyabingi song. And you know, amazingly, sometimes I wonder how I was able to do some of these things, because then I didn't even know what Nyabingi songs were. But then I remember there was this other Nyabingi. I didn't even know it was Nyabingi. There was this particular song I used to hear and I loved it because of my religious background. Most Nyabingi songs are virtually inspirational. So I tend to like it. And the instrumentation, less synth stuff, just the drums, boom, boom, bah, bah. And I loved it. And so I called Elom and I was like, what's Nyabingi? Then he quickly loaded me like 5 top Nyabingi songs. So I listened, then I got the rudiment, the pattern, the groove, how it's created. So quickly I went to the studio. This is, I think me and Zab Mallet were using the same studio in Dansoma. So Zab works day and I work night. So I went to the studio, and then usually I'll get a melody in my head, and then I just go and then I played it. And then there's no WhatsApp like you could send. I had to bend the beat on a CD, and we were in Dansoma. So you know, Dansoma is Samini's, he's the king of DC. So usually when he's moving from home to town, he actually studio there. So then he passed by and I said, listen, that Nyabingi thing you're talking about, listen if this is the vibe. So I gave him the CD. Brother just spark. He was using some Land Cruiser Black B. Hey, those days, Ivan was the first to be cruising in these expensive cars. Most of the artists were not using that. I think MTN had signed him not long ago at that time. Yeah. So then he called like, hey, where you there? I said, I just gave you the CD. He said, the beat be killer. They come back. I said, it was my first time attempting an Nyabingi song. He said, it's perfect. So he came and he did a sketch. Then Tony, his manager, came and was like, this is so good. You know, let's produce it live. So we were going to bring the original Nyabingi drums. Then I had used PC to create it. So we're going to bring Nyabingi drums, the original. They have some particular drums they used to do this. And then there's these people, is it Tafo or Samuel or Brie? There's some Jamaicans up there who are friends to Samini. So they called them, and then they brought the Nyabingi drums, and then we had to record all of them one.
That's work.
And then this was work. So if you listen, you hear some man chanting in Patois. He did the introduction before Samini started singing. Ja, I forgot his name. Ja something. So you know, this is their spiritual song. I mean, break it down. This is like their gospel. Nyabingi is like, that's him talking. That's this guy. So he actually brought the drums, and then I recorded the boom, the small one. They have different names for all of them. Recorded all of them. Then I resampled them. So first he played them, then I chopped them. Okay, you might not understand, but producers listening to me, they know what it is. So I chopped them and then replayed them. But then I blend the live recording and then the studio thing, the digital thing together, and then we finish. And then when I finished it, then now Samini recorded the vocals all over again. And then he was inspiring Samini. Like, he was virtually preaching, like telling him things to say. He was virtually like, he was like leading him. Like, this is I'm sitting here, you might is in the booth, and you might singing, but this man was standing behind me, and he was kind of conducting.
Samini?
Yes, he was kind of conducting, like he was like an inspiration. We wanted to get the feeling right. Yeah. It wasn't one of the songs that fast food wanted to just quickly record.
So it means it took you guys more than a day to do this?
Yeah. Oh, first for me to even go and my first experiment on Nabingi, and then he came to hear it, liking it. Then he did the vocals. Then Tony came to listen to it. So listen.
This is 3FM 92.7. My name is Caleb. I'm here with JMJ. We go the gospel inside small, we go the religious side small. Let me. And then there was another version.
Submit music. Yes, you know. Yo, it's Mugiz from the high grade family. She's
everybody would just come do freestyle one touch. Everybody.
So you mean Stone, I1,
see, let me show you.
Mugis, they all did like, I mean, it was just a freestyle.
That was when the Ghana reggae dancehall thing was like
vibrant.
Charlie, it was sick because those days it was crazy. And this rhythm is actually first big hit from Stone.
Yeah.
Hills and Valley.
Hills and Valley.
Yes, that was where he got his first breakthrough. He had been recording, doing songs with Black and other people, but then this was the first major thing. And those days the competition was so strong that, Charlie, if this person finishing on, where you are the next. So what I usually do is I don't make you listen to the previous people, because sometimes it can just give you stress. You might be thinking you want to outdo and it will just give you. But I prefer you enter into the studio, I loop one part of the beat, and then they're just nodding. See, the next thing you see, Samini. See, Ghana, we are blessed with a lot of talent. We are blessed with. This guy just freestyle. I don't know who does freestyle more than Samini. One of the reasons why people enjoy him live on stage is because he brings music alive on stage. He creates music instantly. Even with, like, Ima is on stage and police is catching one of the fans for misbehaving, and then he's freestyling and rhyming on that same beat and rhyming at the same, not just talking keko. He's rhyming and communicating to the police people that the guy is here because of him, so be gentle with him. And he does that on a regular, like, if Iman should ever be, if you, I don't know any other producers, but if he ever comes to your studio and you load a beat and he take a pen to start write, or he's on his phone, just know that he's not feeling the beat, or he's not in the mood. Because the beat in the canopy, what he does is that he's always freestyling in his head.
Okay.
I think Sack also made me realize that it's something they all do, like, and so they always have crew around them where they always crack. See, good artists, they are comedians, they are jokes, because what happens is that they'll be teasing themselves and be making and all of that while that conversation is going. Their memory is so sharp. He's picking point, and then he's joining them. So the day you find some beat that, or a song is supposed to feature in the subject, or kind that line, 2-3 lines, punchlines be a watch out to, but then he will now elaborate on it. So mostly they just have pointers. They'll just put pointers in their head, and then once the beat knock them like that, oh, come on.
You mentioned something that I have interest in. It's got to do with the dancehall fraternity. You said back then it was
yes
highly competitive.
Too much. Is it
what we are experiencing now?
No, it's you see, music, like Obrafo said, is a dynamic. It changes.
There was
a time it was reggaeton. There was a time it was trap. There was a time it was the South Side beats. It was like, it keeps changing. And reggae dancehall has always been a worldwide food that the whole world has consumed over and over. So now it just happens that it's not the food in demand as it used to be back then, basically. And that time saw a lot of generations like Iwan, Stoneboy, Jupiter, Episode, Kakis, Samini. Mugis is a pure reggae dancehall boy. Pure. Mugis is a DC high grade boy. I mean, proper. Those days his name is Gogome.
First I actually saw him when somebody won the mobiles.
Yes, he flew with him to there. Yeah. So it just happens that each dispensation and then there's a taste of what the people want to eat or consume.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, let me move to the female side. Some 3 years ago, you had said that because Kaki, Miss V, Ebony, because they've been off the game, the female dancehall scene is dead. Is it still dead?
Or even dancehall itself is not as vibrant. Forget about even a female or a male. Dancehall itself, as of now, even in Jamaica. I mean, let me tell you what's happening. Even in Jamaica, where the headquarters of the genre
they
itself,
are suffering too.
The word is not suffering. Afrobeat is virtually. I mean, I've seen videos of some of their tourism ministers talking about the fact that even on their radio, on their airtime, Afrobeat is everything. I have seen top renowned dancehall arts come on YouTube talking. Some were virtually nagging and complaining. You know, Jamaica virtually export music. if I want to put it that way, is one of their export, because the number of artists coming from that small island, that brings revenue to them. Because I mean, in each summer, not more than 30 Jamaican artists are on tour, and that's revenue. That's good money. So the conversation is not even about female artists. Dancehall itself is not like it used to be. Even in Jamaica, forget about Ghana, even in Jamaica, I have friends who tell me that you be hearing our brothers, their songs banging even in the club, on radio. I mean, they say, what's his name? There's this Jamaican artist who was even trying to throw shades at Afrobeat because of Charlie. It's their food, and all of a sudden the taste buds of their people are beginning to get inclined with Afrobeat. So I mean, they want to protect their turf or their export, for lack of better words.
Okay. All right. So between a performer, a singer, and a writer, who would you want to work with? I mean, sign on your label.
Depending on what I'm okay. So normally at our label, what we do is that I look at the spectrum of what's happening, and then I find space, and I try to feel it. Okay. So if everybody is doing hip hop now, I wouldn't want to sign a hip hop artist at that time. All right. You understand me? I would want to see where there's a vacuum, and then, because it helps me in terms of marketing. Right. The thing about selling artists or selling anything is uniqueness. When everybody is going this way, and then there's this kid just pop up, it just sways attention. That's true. But should you join them, now it's like
a queue.
One small fish and you're in the sea, fighting for attention among the whales and all of that. It will be too much for you. In terms of marketing, you might be good, but you might be knocking your head with a lot of people. So I'll prefer, so within those three sects, mostly if it's a female, I would want a vocalist if it's a female, because then at our place we'll be writing, we'll be composing for you. I have never believed in one man thousand business. You alone, you do everything. Look at the likes of Beyonce, name them, the Alicia Keys and those girls. They have few in system who they produce, compose, write, and do all of that. So I prefer, because also I came from the background as an artist, stroke instrumentalist before becoming a producer. I want to be involved in from scratch, from composing, melody, everything, arrangement, and all of that. So if it's a female, I need you to be vocal god, and then I could even give you an Agbaja beat and get a writer to kill it, and then you'll be able to interpret it, like own the song, sing it and own it, that kind of. But if it's a male, I would want a performer stroke a writer combined together. Okay. Yep. If
what you said is anything to go by, can one say that was the reason you signed Kaki at the time?
No, reason no. Kaki, this is how I met Kaki. There was this back then. There was this reality competition called Stars of the Future from Charterhouse. Yeah. Yep. And I think Apefa and some people were producing that show. Apefa, and good. And no, that time Roland hadn't started producing that show yet. Apefa and what's the name? John Dewar.
Okay.
Are very the Bole guy. He's Wheezy. Yes, they are my good friends. Wheezy is not too far from the studio.
Okay.
So most of the time they have a group called Agazu. Saturdays and Sundays, the whole neighborhood they'll come and hang out, so they chill a lot. So after, I don't know what happened, I was told that there's this girl called Kaki, and the girl is super good to them, and even to Dorinando was then the judge, and Doreen was one of the judges
for the show. Oh.
And I was told Doreen got angry, made that no, they were not supposed to drop this girl was supposed to win, blah blah blah. So there was a bit of a whole conversation around Kaki being evicted that day. So then they said no, the way this girl is good, even though they hadn't finished, and then the winner, I think they were at the semis or something like that, they were going to find a house for her to move her to. So I was there, and then Wheezy John called her, yo, there's this girl, the girl can sing, the girl is this. I'm like, you are doing PRO, so you are talking to. He said, no, I'll go bring the girl. I said, all right, cool. So I arranged with them for them to bring Kaki to the studio, and then John brought Kaki. I want to remember exactly the first day I met Kaki, my impression. No, let me leave that out. That was let's avoid headlines. So Kaki came to the studio, and you know my background as a church boy. I mean, religious instrumentalist, played in church. So she started singing, and she was I just told her that, listen, I'm not going to look at your face. So I turned my back to her, and then I on the keyboard. I started messing around. Then she found the key in which I was. Then she started singing a song, I think one of Maurice Chapman's song, and then she started following me, and I was going. Halfway, I just knew that I have found the girl. So now I stop and I turn and look at her. I'm like, listen, you are the bomb. You are already a superstar. And take it from me, within the next 2-3 months, she stays in Dansoma. There's a place called Accountant General Kakari or something like that. So you won't be able to even walk on the street again. He said, are you sure? I said, oh, trust me. Then she was in level 100 in Legon. She's a midwife. She was doing midwifery in school. Yeah. So that's the story. Yeah.
Okay, so
we are done with Kaki. Can we move on?
I'm coming. Oh, Jim, relax. Oh.
Jane, come on. Before banana, come on. 11-11. Do you understand 11-11?
Well, one facial.
No, in our world, when they say 11-11, ask Elon.
Don't try to take me off.
So now let's go to the next person.
Listen, no. Jim,
your favorite rapper, Obrafo.
No, listen to me. Jim, listen.
Today I want to, you said we're going to have a conversation, so you are not going to be asking questions. So let's have a conversation. So in the middle of conversation, your listener, your friend can also bring something. So I also want to talk about something. They said the guy who walks barefooted at the beach.
Exactly. So
and I tell you that I am a king. No.
So if you fear me,
a gunman can never be afraid. An airway man can never be afraid of a gunman.
It's fine.
No. Okay. You passed through our land before you got here.
Relax. Yeah.
And your twin brother is in Togo.
Yeah.
So chill.
So what I'm saying,
I was saying
you know
that
very well. No, you know very well that the girl
is
actually a church girl.
One of
JM.
And me, I'm from hell, Abi. No. Me, I'm not from.
So
I'm not from.
No.
I'm not waiting. That's why I said let me ask you a question. So do you know what's your favorite song from Obrafo?
I am still talking Kaki. I'm not done. I'm asking you a question on Kaki, and I'm asking you.
You are not bullying anybody.
No, I'm not bullying.
We are having a conversation.
No, yes, we're having a conversation.
So we can come back to that later. Now let me also ask a question. I'm saying
wait.
See, in 30 minutes, your show will be done.
Please allow me to.
We have a lot of subjects. See, even what we even agree,
we have a lot to discuss. So allow the show to flow.
So let's touch pointers and then just go. So we are done with one.
No. So we are done with one.
So do you know how come?
I want to ask you. No. I want to ask you that.
What's your favorite
JM
Get to KB song?
I want to ask you.
What's your favorite Get to KB song?
Listen to me.
Do you know Get to KB?
Listen to me. I'm asking you that. Listen, I'm asking you that. Listen. I am asking. No. Listen.
That's a bully.
Listen, I am asking you.
Young man, bring my mic back.
So
now
listeners. No, you know.
And we are going for a commercial break,
God.
and then one.
JM, please.
See, JM
allow
is somebody else. My name is not JM.
No.
I beg you.
Okay, Joshua. So
Minihra.
Joshua.
Minihra.
So I'm asking because
you're not asking. I am doing the accent now. You've done enough.
You know she is a church girl. So you bringing her onto your label, and she's going to do something else apart from gospel. Weren't you actually worried, especially with the feedback that came after she actually came out there? Because I'm asking this because I fellowship with her at the same church, Royal House Chapel, and the kind of feedback that came.
So you were part of the people who were bashing her?
No,
you were.
No, I wasn't.
Because I heard then. Oh, even your pastor's wife, was bashing Kaki's mother. Several. That's how come even Kaki's mother left there. I don't want to. Let's skip that. Move on. So I'm saying, what's your favorite Ghetto KB song?
One Night Stand.
Play that song for me right now before we continue. And we are done with Kaki. We are done. We are done. Play One Night Stand for me.
Come on.
In memory of one of my favorite brothers, Kwabena Boahen. Good. You know, Boahen was a mathematics student, science student, a graduate from Legon. Ghetto KB is super talented. We were way ahead of the game. The time we were doing this, that time is Afrobeat, like we were way ahead of the game. I keep telling people that Ghana is a talent hub. The problem is that that's my stepmom listening. Hey, Colin, I hope she's not listening to this. she's a serious crayfish. She'll bash me. Anyway, so Caleb, stick to the conversation. No, honest, please, because now I've started getting calls.
No, listen. No.
Please.
I haven't changed anything.
So let's not go
Whatever
there.
I have here is what we are.
Today we said we were going to talk about industry.
Yes,
wait.
So let's have a conversation.
No.
So let's build upon it. No, Jeb.
See,
Joshua.
Caleb, let me show you something.
Let's build a conversation.
There's a problem in Ghana industry that we need to.
Yes, so allow. Let us build the conversation as we go.
Where are you?
We are talking.
Had some pointers. Let's go back.
Ghetto KB.
No. When we decided to have this conversation today, we wrote some things. Me and you agreed that
exactly.
We're going to talk about.
And I'm saying
and you have deviated.
No. I haven't. You should have allowed the conversation to flow. Then we'll surely get there.
You want clickbait. You want headline.
No.
Stuff. So let's avoid this one.
I don't do interviews for that.
So let's ignore. So let's talk about what's happening in our industry. How do we get back?
You are speaking on Ghetto KB, right? On how he was ahead.
Yes.
Of most of us. In fact, some of you saw the thing
ahead of time.
And unfortunately, the guy had to pass.
Yep.
Where were you when you heard of his passing?
Me and Kaki were in Koforidia for a Joy Daddy event, and then from there we were going to, I think, Ghana Music Awards. The nominees jam was in Cape Coast, so we were preparing to connect from Koforidia to Cape Coast. Then we had a call, so everything, like, we just had to rush back to Accra. Everything ceased. It's one of my, I'm an only child. And KB became like a brother, and that was the first time I felt death so close to me. I think I was 9 years old when my great grandmother died. My family people, they don't usually die. I'm a boy. So the closest that death got to me was because me and KB and Nii, they would come and spend time in my house. It wasn't like an artist and the manager said. No, we were just like brothers. Brothers.
I see. There's a song you produced for him and Samini. I think High Grade. So what actually caught my attention was a line he did in the song that Samini is the king And he's the heir to the throne.
I
was like, yo,
this guy. Yes, of course, because KB was one of Samini's favorite kid. I mean, they all are Dansoma boys. KB's big brothers were Samini's friends, school and all of that. So Samini had always been observing KB in the neighborhood till when he realized, hey, boy got bars and he had some class he belonged in. So we were like, okay, we're going to let him fly on Samini, just as Kaki also did.
Okay.
So when I finished Samini songs, those that I knew were going to really get rotation, I try and fix space for him on it so that it would be opening, doors for him, basically. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, it's 11:21 here on 3FM.
Now you are realizing that your time is running. Now you are realizing it.
Let's switch the conversation once more.
So you with your bedroom. JMJ, baby.
Because now Turas and Brafo, the famous Ifya Schwarzenegger. This is the theme song. And this man here actually produced the song. Wow, beautiful. Where's Turas?
Turas is a senior executive now. Turas is what's his company's name? Let me give him shout out.
I know that. At a point he was, I don't know if he was managing or he was co-financing project for Fantana or
no. Then he took over the management.
Okay.
Yeah. After Bullet and them had that split. Yeah. Turas now is a big boy. And I want to mention his art business multimedia is his company. They are into. They've been doing a lot of how do you call it? Most of delay stuff.
Okay.
He's more like an activation company. He works with DSTV. He's a vendor for them. He shoots a lot of how do you call it? Series for Max TV and all of that. Yeah,
he's a big boy. Yeah.
Turas is super big. He's super big now.
Has he stopped music?
Sometimes I'll be there and then you call me and remind me of a song and then we just laugh. I think the last time 3 days today we were in his car together, he was like, Jay, if we had stopped music quick and we found what we are doing in life, and now we are rich, we wasted too much time doing music. Exactly. And that was his comment. So that's to answer if he's doing music or not.
I see, but there's this song he actually did that
with Prior.
No, but listen to this one.
JMJ, baby. Ghana motion.
Turas is a sick head.
I got it wrong. Punchlines.
You get punchlines.
Supreme State. That's right. JMJ, baby. Freaky, sex. Anka, girl beat dinner, baby. You goofy papa, dirty. Many girls break my heart. I feel I know they care about love. I be fletty. Girl beat dinner, and that's right. Girl beat dinner, no me best one of myself. Miss one of myself. Baby, I was Pepsi, chicks, me best one.
Music, man. Why, JM also?
Open your mind, because I say,
this might be It'd be nice music.
It's very nice.
Yeah, beautiful
nice.
song.
Yeah, beautiful song.
Beautiful one. And
you like such songs too, I know.
Why you
know, yeah.
And what?
Osmolo Agbo
No. I'm sorry. You are where they go now? I'm sorry.
Next time I know where to punch you now.
It's 11:25 here on BFM 92.7. There was one song I really want to question you on. I heard it just should I say once? It was just look at my passing through, and that was it. I didn't hear it again. There was no promotion to it. Tune into this one. Them.
Yep.
Where is she now?
Nana is into banking. The last I know, she was with one of these banks. I've forgotten the name, but I think somebody play. I think John Jamie has a song recently, and I think I had a rap, and I knew my girl. I suspect take that down. That's her.
Wow.
But it's been years. I don't remember the last time I saw her.
So was this your project or was hers?
No, she was signed to. I think she was the second female before Kaki. It was after her then we signed Kaki.
Then you like females, man.
Who don't like females?
No, I mean on the real.
Yeah, I love females
because Kaki, Nanahima, and then lastly was Amalina.
Yeah, I love females. I love females because then you see this is the vibe. Like I told you again, this is to confirm if what I said was the truth. I told you that I prefer to feel a gap in the space than to so basically then Nanahima, Charlie, the kind of beat I was giving this girl,
but this particular one, like
crazy. She has another one. I've forgotten her songs. She has another one. Nanahima has. She has her main hit song. I've forgotten the title. Like
anyway, let's talk about Brafo now.
Accra gets busy on this frequency. Mr. J.
Few meters away from my hostel, and there was a time she had come to visit one of the boys, and I was singing this song like.
You mean she had come to visit you?
Not me. No, listen. I'm telling you.
Are you not editing the story?
No. I'm telling you a story.
Okay.
I said she had come to visit one of the boys in the hostel.
Okay.
So when they came, I was actually listening to I was actually Inga, and I was just singing to
this song. Okay.
And that was it.
And then you snatch brother's girl.
No. I didn't snatch.
The word is you give it a nice and like, oh, she had a crush on you, but you snatched her.
I wouldn't say. No. She loved what I was doing, so she reached out.
Imitating another
numbers.
Hey, it went that far.
Oh yeah. We talent.
So you should pay me tight. I mean
tight.
If you went as far as fornicating with my creative works,
yeah, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
So you are benefiting from the works of my hand, my toils.
Oh, but beautiful song. Hey. This should be on the Kasebo album.
Yes, this was on the Kasebo. So this song, like I always tell you, so high grade then, what I was doing, you see, me, I was not really producing a lot of artists. I was producing only artists within our camp. You get it?
Okay, so you did something similar to what Hammer was doing.
Yes.
You wasn't doing commercial.
Yes, I was just so. Then when I was working on Brafo, Stone Samini had just signed Stone to high grade, and then what was it? We had released his Hills and Valley song, and I think Rat Race. Once again, I knew that Obrafo songs were going to be big, so I had to find a way to fit Stone, who was then under our space,
right,
to make sure that he can get the bars. And Obrafo, when he coughs safe, the whole media will pick it up. So I knew that definitely. So what I did was, this song originally, it wasn't featuring Stone. It was just Obrafo alone. So I was like, yo, Stone, I need to fix you in Obrafo's song somewhere. So we were scanning through the song and said, this has a bit of dancehall small. So then it was a bit down, so I had to change the beat all over again and do call this the remix. So the original song we scrapped it and maintained the remix as the original.
Okay.
So I let him. In those days, Stone was always with me in the studio. But what I did was, when the likes of outside artists like Sark or Braford, those people around, our camp artists, I don't let them come around. So Braford had gone home. And then I called Stone to come from Ashama, and then he came, he listened to the song. Listen, I'm going to coach you. I know Obrafo, certain ways he doesn't like, so we have to stay on course. Do it this way. When he comes, I play to him, he will like it, and once he likes it, that's it. So he did it, and it was beautiful. So I called Mike. I'm like, Mike. So no, I didn't even, I called him and said, listen to the song, what I've done to it. And he was playing from the intro. He said, hey, when he see Stone Boy, that time he didn't really know who Stone was. I said, hey, Stone Boy, some new artist, the guy is going to be the next big thing. Hey, maybe. So he drove all the way from Taifa, came to the studio, done some more, and then I played his side. Damn, he let's forget about the original, keep this as the original, and that's just how the song was so big that then Stone was picking a hit. Stone had only 2 hit songs then, Rat Race and Hills and Valley. So when he was going to show, he would perform this one also in addition, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. That's the same way I put Guru also on Kasebo. Yes,
I see. And so you look at Stone Boy now, and
we were just chatting some few hours. No, we were chatting around 3 o'clock this dawn, and I was talking about his song with Angelique Kujo, and I was like, this was the exact words I said. Charlie, Angelique's Ewe is killing me. You know I'm an Ewe, but then Angelique's Ewe is so dope. Then Stone was like, it's a combination of Togo and Benin, and then he was like, this is the original. Our Ewe is the adult treated one. So we're arguing about it back and forth before even I fell asleep.
I see. Anyway. Another
You can actually perform some of these people's songs with that. Hey, but you have some passion for music, eh? It's amazing. I watch you. So, one time I got angry at you because you were just too much into the song.
You know, one day Hammer saw one of my videos and he was like, "Yo, why don't you start music?
Yeah,
stop the radio and go."
Charlie, you enjoy, like, you see, people psych themselves to come and have a show.
Yeah,
but you will be like, Your Highness is on a different level.
On this note, let me say good morning to Miss Lois Kisiedu.
Your Highness is on a different level.
She's my station head. Good morning, madam. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good morning to the Kochoko legend, Black Rasta.
Hey, you know he's my neighborhood man. We are both in Makati.
Oh, then you are close to me. Oh.
You have plenty houses.
No. So
you have one at Kaswa. Until we started teasing Kaswa people, then you ran away. So where are you now?
Kashiman.
Shaojibo.
There is something about Sarkodie. I Obrafo, and I don't know. I'm sure you might have seen it. Most of his verses, you hardly hear the F word in there. You hardly hear the N word in there. You hardly hear the S word.
His name is an executioner. An executioner is somebody who is a linguist. Like people. An executioner is different from a linguist, but then because they are in the palace,
right,
they have the habit of knowing how to speak and speak well. You understand? And then he stood Obrafo. A lot of people didn't know him, but Obrafo is so religious. Hey, Obrafo is super religious. Way too much. So no, you don't get him do that. So even I remember when we were doing Kasebo, originally Guru came and then he wanted to do those days. Guru, Sarkodie, Yapono, D Crime. That was when the Tema click rap thing was popping, and so he wanted to do those. Guru has his carefree. I mean, he says anything that comes in his mind, and then Rob like, hey, Masa Tobo, and Obrafo had to take his time. We had to now tell him, listen. Yeah, he knew he was with the legend. He was excited, but then he was just being himself. Yeah. So we had to now tell him that, listen, this record is going to be like a groundbreaker. This is an opportunity for you. I don't want to take you off because you were veering away from the subject. So we need to whip ourselves in line.
Okay.
Yes, you're a comic person, you do that, but we'll do the comic, you'll still be you, but then we'd have to stay away from certain words, basically. Yeah.
All right. So gradually, you've made the song be my favorite from Obrafo now.
So I love this song. This is my favorite hip hop instrumental I ever produced.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
No votes.
And this DJ Killer Finger's favorite too.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful song. I do it every time.
You love this song
every time. But this song, what was he saying? Because he was say Merapiria names you asa.
After him, there's nobody again.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's still cementing his role or his position as number one rapper in Ghana now.
Once a snake, forever a snake. Well, I don't want to speak for him, but if I'm speaking for myself,
but you were in the studio.
Yeah, in the capacity. The question you are asking is a general question. If he's still the number one, right?
Right.
So
to me, yes.
Okay, so then that's not a question then.
Oh.
So then let me just hear you as you speak.
I am asking this because you were in the studio when the song was being recorded.
Yes.
So I'm asking, what was the mood? He came into the studio to do the song. Meaning you are the moment. What was in his mind when he came to No. But when he was in the booth recording, you saw him. And I know you producers, when you see musicians in that mood, you definitely you know the main brain behind the song?
You just want plenty matters.
No, I'm just asking.
So there's no song that ever came from my studio that I never was involved in the subject or let's say the topic.
Exactly.
We all plan. Like I'll give you a subject for a beat,
Exactly.
telling you that this subject fits this beat better.
Okay.
It was just one of those rappers thing of consistently trying to stamp their authority in the game.
Okay.
Especially when there are always new cards trying to pop up and all of that.
Too. I get it.
Nobody was even coming at him, but then no, you dare not come at him. Like you can't. What are you coming at him for? So you just want to let, and you know he has this habit of not dropping singles regularly. So once in a while, even that song, I eventually forced him for us to release it because he was, you know him, he's not that type. He's just not that type.
Okay. Anyway, how about this? And Obrafo. Hey. How did you make this beat?
This beat is old though. This beat was created. And this beat and the song I told you that is for Obrafo, that is Obrafo and Ghetto KB, but the song is not out yet.
Okay, so originally this beat was supposed to be for Obrafo.
No. I mean, I created both two beats the same day.
All right.
And how did this? So then Sarkodie had come to record In Hip Life with Obrafo. Yep. And then it was like, oh, Nana. Then he was now coming up. Chale Mami beat.
So this should be somewhere 2008?
Yeah.
Okay.
2007, 8 there. It's sad I don't even have
data on that.
Data, like when exactly some of the songs. Along there, he knows every song when we produce them.
Okay.
So he said, "Oh, give me a beat." So I loaded the first beat. Yeah, ball. He and Siki. Yeah, ball. Yeah. And then instantly, he killed it. I mean, because Siki was he did his part, and then Siki came another time to come and do his part. Yeah. I think that time Siki was always with Sarkodie. I mean, they were doing those constant freestyle and stuff. So when he finished, he was like, give me another beat, because he had finished that song so fast, because he didn't do verse 2 because we had left the space for Siki to come in. So he was feeling like he could do another song. That, mind you, that's like the third song he was doing. Second song he was, because he had done In Hip Life with Obrafo, finished, and then I loaded this. Then he did the Yabole. Then he said, okay, give me another beat again. Then I remember this beat. So I loaded it, and he was nodding his head. The usual Sarkodie, after two minutes of a dope instrumental, would just say, can I go inside the booth and start? Because those days, dude was burning like, and he won't say he wants to go inside. And time was going. That time I think Dr. Duncan was still
Duncan.
I was still waiting. We were waiting. I was waiting for him to pick his pack, and then I on the mic for him to start. Then he was like, Nanoni Bibi, in some numbers I make one young so no. I want to take time. So give me the beat and let me take it on. So I said, okay, cool. So I bent it on the CD for him, and then he left. After about 6 years later. 6 years? Yeah. After about 6, I think I changed studio or I changed PC. I'd lost the data. And then one dawn, he WhatsApped me. They're like, yo, I've killed the beat. I said, because I hadn't seen him in a long while. So I was like, which beat? Because me watch it. Then he sent the song. I said, hey, Nana, beat with them. My data no, men kai baby a drive no crowd. Say, hey, Ubekumi, this song means so much to me. And I said, okay, you don't worry, we're going to find a way around it. So I called Hubert, and I told, you see, those days I had a habit of pre-mixing my beats, because I felt like if I have the chance to meet some top international artists and say play something, Jake Paco down, I'm now coming. So the beat should be 50 or 60% already done. So that it would just tickle him, and then so the beat was pre-mixed. So I called Hubert, I was like, this, and he said, oh, don't worry, bring the MP3, we're going to master it like that. So they send their vocals through Pussy G, and then me and Hubert mastered it with the MP3 beat, so we could not even mix the data, and yet still it was sounding like that.
Beautiful song, beautiful song. Anyway, so this morning, I got a text message from a colleague. I'm sure when we finish the interview, I'll show you the message, and the message is got to do with this song.
Get active. I want make it get interactive. Tell Coward.
And the text message actually said, "This is the first this song that got nominated for."
This is an international diss song. This is a party diss song.
Okay, so
this is a hit. Most times, you see, there is a diss song where it's like a trend. Most of these songs are like trend. They just pass after the whole beat. But this one, the instrumental was party. The thing, like it overachieved what it was meant.
So did you play the bass basically for him to come and do this?
No. This was not even a Samini song. No. This was not even a Samini song. So let me tell you. So this beat was for Kaki, and then it wasn't even meant for a radio master then. It was for Kaki. Kaki was in school and said, oh, Samini is coming to studio to come and record your next song for you. So when after class, just hit us up. So Samini came. But you see, that time, Samini's road manager, is it Sandyman? This guy who is been dissing people of their dressing online, wasn't it? Fire Stick.
Okay, yeah.
Then he was Samini's road manager. So they both entered the studio, and Samini and I don't have to say it, like we like brothers. So when he entered, I could read from his demeanor that there was something wrong with him, like he wasn't happy or something, because he was very moody. So I asked Sandyman that why is my brother, so as they were coming, somebody had called Ima and told him our brother has disrespected Samini's mother again.
Our brother meaning?
Our brother.
Okay.
So it was something that had been going on, but me and Tony, we had agreed that Samini's brand, both the old, the young, everybody loved him. So he should never go that tangent.
Right.
Okay. So I said, okay. So after Sandyman told me what had happened, I now knew why he was in that mode. So yes, still, he went ahead, wrote the song for Kaki on that beat, finished it, and the guy was still moody. So I was like, yo, how you feel about this? We said the beat be dope. I say, you know what, today, I have always been saying no to this, but today, I want you to go into the booth on the same beat, free your mind, everything that is in your head as you're standing there. He said, do you really know what you're asking me to do? I said, yes. And he entered. Don't forget, he didn't even have time to write, because he had come to write that same beat for Kaki. And then I loaded the same beat again, the instrumental. He entered. First take, bang, verse 1. Second take, bang, chorus. Second take, hook. Third take was the second and third verse. He didn't go back, like redo anything again.
Shush.
And because he was speaking truly, he wasn't writing a fiction. Like he was saying how he was feeling. He was tired of this. Like he was just tired of it. He wanted to just clear his chest. You know the funny thing? When they finished, and then he felt cool.
After recording.
Then they went, sat in their car. Samini, the usual Samini was more like roasted plantain and then granite, and then they were cool, and then they sat inside their car and they left. So I went for break. I went to eat, came back to the studio, and I listened to the song. I was afraid that if we release the song, there'll be trouble. So I decided I was going to take some of the words off. So I edited it and took a whole chunk out.
So what we heard or what we are listening to now,
if Elom shoe, if that drive loose God go anywhere and you hear the original, maybe people will go back and do a verse 2 of respond back to him.
Really?
So Tony, they were all in the mood and they were all happy. So when they went home 2 days later, they were like, and the funny thing, then Elom came, Elom was Jay, let's convert this beat into a rhythm. Because then he had written it for Kaki, and then he too had just freestyle on it. So then open the beat for everybody to also jump on. So quickly we started making arrangement for it to become a rhythm. Then I was like, okay, this song is going to be me featuring you. So I own this song. So it was me who took the song to Abeku Santana OKFM to release the song. That was when Bulldogs wanted to beat me in the studio because Boo was then with
Shatta
Wale. And then, that night, Abeku was standing between me and her, and it was anger. it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. It was crazy. I mean,
but it's all good.
Ghana dancehall has it's come a long way. We've done a lot.
Anyway. Suade.
We them flip and them flop flop thing.
Suade. Anyway. We've gone into the files. Let's come home now. So, I was actually reading online as of Thursday, and I saw a story that the Attorney General has actually revoked Gamro's license. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No, when did they start?
This was like on Thursday.
So meaning that Gamro don't have license to.
Yeah, but I've also read somewhere from Rexoma saying, well, yeah, they will continue to take the monies, but they can't distribute.
Oh, so then how is Attorney General's authority being?
They issue the license to Gamro,
and now you've revoked the license.
Yeah.
So how are they still able to gather the money still?
So that is what Rex actually said, that they will still collect, but they won't distribute. So they will take the monies and work on getting their license back. Then they'll start distribution.
Hey, is it allowed like that? Like if the law court says that I should evacuate from a building, and I say, okay, I will, but I'm still keeping the key. I'm still maintaining.
So I actually asked this because I wanted to know from you your general impression on royalty system in Ghana.
For lack of better words, I'll just say, well, they are trying. I mean, I don't want to. There are people out there who have been putting their heads together, trying to do something. So let's give them, the credit. They are doing something. As to how long it's going to take for it to
get better,
be done well, done well, that's where I may have to reserve my comment on it. But
you're not happy with it?
If I'm happy, it means it's up and running the way it should run, and they themselves too probably will be proud of. But I can tell you for a fact, they themselves will tell you, yeah, it's a work in progress. Yeah, so if that's the case,
I see. Have you received any?
I've never been interested. I think there was one time.
You've never been interested?
No.
Which means you've not registered with Gamro.
There was one. Let me even break your heart. Okay, there's nowhere in the world, if you have a material, a content, a creative piece, whether you even registered or not. I have content outside certain places. Do you know what they'll do? They'll keep the money. I don't want us to get into that. So yeah, there was a time somebody reached out to me from them, and they was like, oh, Bosu, it was like Anjashka, like they're sharing money. Oh, your money be there here. I say how much? He say, is it 900 Ghana or something? And I'm like, okay, so that 900 Ghana, tell me when did this accumulated? Oh, you are being long. Forget that question. The money, I say, no, I'm not interested. If you can't tell me when, are you telling me that from day one? Because I have never been there before. So if this is your first time, does that mean that from day one till the day you call me? Or so because I was asking technical questions, and maybe the person who called me was maybe not really inclined to the question maybe. So I just told him, listen, I'm not coming, and I didn't go. I think it was in addition to me and Kaki's album or something. I never followed it. Yeah.
Okay, let me take these two messages and then let's continue. So, good morning, the controller. Kindly tell JMJ that DJ Mexis is listening inside the office of two-star general at the Ghana Military Academy.
Big shout out to him. He's one guy who, if I'm trying to hide myself, then he'll be posting my pictures. He won't let me hide.
All right. So this one too is from Kwesi Nimo. Aside being a fantastic producer and a master of his arts, JMJ is an amazing human being. I've been privileged to work with him for 2 years now, and it's been nothing short of an influencer, a go-getter, and a motivator, and a genius.
Who is that?
Big up to the man himself, JMJ. I salute you. His name is Kwesi Nimo.
Kwesi Nimo is one very talented guy. So now I'm mainly okay. I'm into a different business, and he's one of my for lack of better. Okay, I use him to do a lot of radio commercials and stuff. Yeah, he's very good.
So let me blow your mind now.
He's a mate or something. I know. Maybe from NAFTI or what?
No, GIJ.
Oh, okay.
Solid guy.
Yeah, very good guy.
I always say he's that GIJ president, SRC president we didn't get.
Oh, he didn't win?
He didn't win. And what didn't make him win? We were all part. We all played a role in not making him win.
Oh
no, I'm not saying this in a bad way. If we had supported him, if we had, like, we all do on a big boy level, come down level, go support the boy, like we win.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is Showbiz 927. I'm happy to be here with you, JMJ. Thank you very much for spending your Saturday morning with me. But before you go, I've been wondering government's role, the role of government in this sector, apart from the policies, which some they have set that we know, which they haven't even implemented some. Apart from that, what else is government's role in this industry of ours?
This should have been the first question you should have, because it's broad. You know,
we can have a part two though.
You know, the funny thing is that music is culture, a way of life of people, our way of communication, our way of identifying who this set or this group of people are. Do you understand? I remember, let me make it very snappy for you. I remember some time ago, growing up, there was this song, Make it, Chris Rock, what was their name? Chris Cross. Yes. And then they had, in that music video, they had these jeans that they had 10, like the front is at the back and the back is in the front. And do you know that we copied that way of dressing? We didn't only copy it, it became a business. People were importing that jeans in. There was revenue being accumulated out of that. Now, it opened another person's space for us to make money. So if any government wants to control people's narrative of any country, it should focus on their culture, their music, their movies, their everything that represents them, basically.
I see. So
you see, now you wish you would have had time to do more. And when you were trying to get those headline stories, Big Man, what be your name? Samani. Okay.
Don't worry.
Please, Stacy.
So
it's an advertisement. Me and they can't continue.
No,
they can't diss you. Me and they can't continue.
Let's have a part two next week.
No. I can't promise you that.
You can't promise
me and you have done this thing. It's okay.
Oh, why?
You can't have me. Minister only. Next time, yeah,
Anyway,
Amani will have
we're back same time next week here on 3FM 92.7. My name is Caleb Nii Boye. Show produced by Bese, Kuko on duty, Alfalfa. Samani is here with the midday news. We're back same time next week. My name is Caleb. Be good. Stay blessed. Bye bye for now.
No matter what the time is, let the girls come to Papa.